I remember the sound first, a deafening roar that swallowed everything. It came from above, a low rumble that made the ground tremble beneath my feet. I was there, in my 5th grade classroom, sunlight streaming through the wide windows, illuminating the colorful drawings hanging on the walls. Everything felt vibrant and alive, filled with the laughter of my friends, a symphony of innocence. Mrs. Davis was talking about the wonders of nature, her voice bright and warm, completely unaware of the chaos lurking just beyond the hills. Then came the tremor, a sudden, jarring shake that rattled the desks and rattled my insides. I looked up, confusion brimming in my eyes, while whispers of anticipation danced among us. "What was that?" someone gasped. Caught in that moment, my attention flickered between the vibrant decorations and the approaching untamed force. "Breathe, Rosie," I thought. But then, everything shattered. The very air thickened, and a monstrous roar cascaded down the hillside, announcing its arrival. There was no understanding, only instinct kicked in as panic took hold of the classroom. My heart drummed against my ribs, echoing the chaos outside. It sounded like thunder, but darker, deeper, more foreboding. It felt like the earth itself was angry. I could feel it, a gust of wet, cold air slapping against my face, as if nature had turned against us. Then it struck. The world imploded in an instant, engulfing us. The sky darkened with debris as mud and stones poured into our sanctuary, crunching everything beneath its weight. My classmates' screams ricocheted around the room, sharp, piercing, laced with horror and desperation. I saw Lily, her face distorted in fear, reaching for her backpack, and Sam, who threw his arms around me, trying to shield me, to save us. I instinctively reached for the door, stretching out my hand toward the sound, my heart racing, calling out, "Help! Help us!" But my voice drowned in the tumult. The weight of fear wrapped around my throat like a vice. Bits of earth crumbled and crashed, smashing against the walls, reminding us that we were merely children standing against a furious giant. I felt the cold earth beneath me, slick and unforgiving, invading every corner of my mind. And then there was the smell, the thick, rich scent of fresh, wet soil, mingling with something metallic, something terrifying that I couldn't place. It was the odor of destruction, of loss, and it clung to me, sinking into my skin like an omen. In those frantic seconds, I lost myself in flashes of what once was. The joyful chatter in class, the sun-warmed playground, our carefree daydreams. It contrasted so violently with the terror unfurling around us. The loud crash filled the air, ringing in my ears, splintering wood, shouts lost in a crescendo of chaos. There was laughter still in the air, but it was fading. I felt the ground shift beneath me, and the world tilted, spiraling into darkness. And then the silence came, a profound stillness that cut deep, erasing all the noise, every sound of life, every echo of laughter, and every heartbeat. It was an unsettling absence, a heavy void that snuffed out the essence of being. It cradled me in a chilling embrace, and I drifted into that darkness, weightless, my mind swirling in fragments, caught between what had been and an unknown end. In that silence, I felt a release, a surrender that erased the chaos. Nothingness enveloped me, and for a moment, I thought I might find peace. But that was only the beginning of my journey into the unknown. I float, suspended in this eerie void, where time has lost its way and meaning is but a whisper. Echoes bounce around me, fragmented pieces of a life I once cherished, flickering like distant stars, reminding me who I was before the darkness claimed me. And then it hits me, the name that shapes this existence. Rosie. I remember it clearly, a sweet melody birthed from laughter and innocence. I am Rosie, a child lost between worry and wonder, suspended in the liminal space of memories too brief to grasp. I remember the warmth of Mrs. Davis's smile as she taught us about the seasons, flowers blooming in spring, and the joy of summer days spent laughing under the sun. Her voice was a comfort. It wrapped around me like a favorite blanket, bringing assurance and love. I shudder to think how that light has dimmed for everyone left behind, those who would never hear it again. I drift through recollections of the simple joys filled with a childish innocence I am desperate to hold on to. My favorite toy, Mr. Cuddles, a stuffed rabbit with splotches of faded brown, existed in my world like a trusted guardian, always by my side. I recall clutching it tightly during every storm, believing it could shield me from the roughness of life. The comforting feel of worn fabric against my skin now remains elusive, lost like grains of sand slipping through my fingers. Friends, too, anchor my memories. I can see Sam with his mischievous smile, the way his eyes sparkled with dashes of mischief. He always knew just how to make me laugh, how to flip a dull afternoon into a wild adventure. I can hear our giggles skimming the surface of our innocence, filled with summer's endless possibilities. We skipped together down the school's halls, whispering secrets that only children could understand, promises of forever friendship. But those moments collide with the heaviness of a truth I can't escape. I begin to sense the weight of what lies beneath this veil of calm, lost laughter, unsaid goodbyes, and dreams that flickered out before they could take flight. The shadows loom around me, haunting with whispers of what has been forever altered. I reach for them, hoping to bind these moments to my heart, to keep them alive as they slip through the cracks of my consciousness. There's a bittersweet epiphany that envelops me, clarity through sorrow. I was alive once. I felt joy, love, and laughter, intangible treasures of a childhood now scattered like leaves in a gust of wind. The last bell had rung, heralding the promise of an afternoon filled with fun and freedom. Thoughts of playing hopscotch under the sun flooded my mind. There was nothing unusual about that day. Ordinary moments folded into one another, unsuspecting of the storm lurking just outside. Oh, how naive we were! The sound of raindrops tapping against windows, the smell of wet pavement carried on the breeze, brushed past us, warning us. Yet we stayed, blissfully unaware, snacking and sharing giggles as the clouds amassed their darkness. I can see the warm sunlight dancing through the trees, hear the fluttering of leaves, but they are now merely echoes lost in the storm of fate, a fate that turned ordinary moments into the last soaked in suffering, loss, and stillness. I sense my essence pulling toward the warmth of unfulfilled promises. My best friends, their faces etched into my mind, radiate in vibrant colors. A calendar flipped to the best day of our lives, where adventure waited just outside our doors. As I reach out, I can almost feel the connection to them, the energy shared in those moments morphing into whispers. I gasp for their laughter, wanting it to fill this chasm inside, yet find only the faintest traces, like echoes fading into oblivion. It feels like a fading sunbeam, too fleeting to grasp, illuminating what was, casting shadows on what could have been. I long for them, want it to be dancing with the butterflies instead of drifting disembodied in this limbo. I yearn to tell them, I love you, you were my light, we were so close. Amidst the sorrow that threatens to swallow me whole, there lies a gentle warmth, a sense of being seen, being known. Though my body is lost, my spirit is tethered to the memories that kept me alive. I cling to them, refusing to let them vanish. I was alive. I danced to our shared songs. I reveled in laughter with friends brighter than any sun, and I adored the feeling of belonging. And as those feelings swell, strands of my past weave together, forming a fabric rich with emotions, love, joy, sadness, with threads spun from moments I cherished. Though pieces remain fragmented, I began to understand. This journey through time, this endless reverberation of dreams and echoes, carries within it a truth. Even in silence, even in this void, I remain a part of them, and they, me. I find solace in that connection as faint glimmers of light break through the darkness, reminders that I am not entirely lost. I am Rosie, and I will carry them forward. I may be a whisper now, a fleeting memory, but I will endure. I will rise through this veil of twilight. This is not an end, it is a beginning, and perhaps, just perhaps, I can still reach out to them somehow. The day began like any other, waking up to the sun filtering through my curtains, casting playful patterns of light on the floor. I remember the warmth on my skin, a gentle greeting to a world filled with endless possibilities. The smell of pancakes wafted from the kitchen, where Mom hummed a tune, her voice filtering through our tiny home. Everything felt right that morning, and there was a sparkle of adventure in the air, like the promise of wildflowers blooming on a sun-drenched spring day. I rushed through breakfast, my fingers sticky with syrup. Mom's laughter bubbled as I scurried around, double-checking my backpack for my prized possessions, Mr. Cuddles, a sketchbook filled with drawings of dreams, and the last slice of my favorite chocolate cake, a surprise treat from my birthday celebration. I could feel my heart racing with excitement for the day ahead, filled with chatter and racing hearts, laughter echoing off classroom walls. As I walked to school, hand in hand with Sam, we chatted about everything and nothing, the latest superhero movies, our favorite playground games, the secret fort we'd made in the garden, rich with the promise of summer explorations. Just as the sun began to warm the earth, laughter rang through the air. The world felt alive, each breath filled with expectation, as if something magical was just around the corner. But even in our bliss, the clouds loomed ominously overhead, gray and heavy, foreboding like distant thunder waiting to rumble to life. Perhaps it was the way the sky sighed that morning. I should have paid closer attention. My senses tingled with a strange disquiet, but I brushed it off, too wrapped up in the joys of childhood to heed the signs. When we arrived at school, the corridors were filled with noise, children's laughter, the scurrying of feet, and the clatter of lockers. Life pulsed around me, electric and vivid. I spotted Lily sharing snacks with her friends, the shiny wrappers crinkling as they laughed. "Come join us, Rosie," she called out, her voice bright and inviting. We shared our spoils, giggling as we exchanged candy and stories, our hearts light. The clock ticked steadily, yet at the same time, it felt as if the days stretched out, brimming with promise. I remember the moment when Mrs. Davis entered the classroom, her smile illuminating the dim light. She asked us to settle down, her warmth wrapping around each child like a delicious blanket. I was eager to learn, to dive into stories, even as clouds clustered ominously outside. The first half of the day passed swiftly, a blur of math lessons, art projects, and friendship. I overheard snippets of conversations about weekend plans, jumping rope under the sun, and dreams of summer vacations. There was a beautiful normalcy in it all, a rhythm that felt routine and safe. But as the clock hands moved closer to noon, thick gusts rattled the windows. A distant rumble sent a shiver fluttering through the air, igniting something deep in my stomach. Still, we pushed on. The bell rang, marking our lunch break. As we lined up, excitement surged through me again, bubbling like soda fizz. We scurried outside into the light, the chaos unfolding, the rush to the playground, swings swaying, laughter spilling into the air. We were caught up in a whirlwind of games, tagging, laughing, pretending to be explorers, charting new lands. But in the back of my mind lurked a strange unease, a flicker in the air, but it too faded into the joyous din of childhood bliss. I rallied my friends for one last game, a game that felt alive, bursting with laughter, but fate had other plans. As I turned to run, I remember glancing at the darkening sky. The clouds were gathering, swirling ominously like some harbinger of doom, and the wind howled like an angry beast, deep and foreboding. The chill crept unnoticed into our playful frenzy until the first drops of rain broke free, splattering against concrete. "Let's go inside," Sam shouted, laughter lacing his urgency. We hadn't thought much of it. In spite of the wind, our delight overruled any hesitations. The thrill of playing in the rain pulling us closer, one last adventure. But those carefree seconds sealed our fate, while whispers of foreboding drifted in the air. In those moments, while the clouds unleashed their fury, roots loosened and the earth shifted, preparing for the onslaught that would inevitably follow. We were children, lost in play and magic, oblivious to the darkness that loomed just beyond our laughter. And then, as if the universe had promised our fate, it came crashing down. Unbeknownst to us, those innocent decisions, staying late, choosing reckless joy over safety, sealed our doom, intertwining us with a destiny that we could never have foreseen. As the first wave of mud rained on our sanctuary, burying our laughter beneath its weight and suffocating our dreams with despair, I was taken back to that world of warmth and sun, a world I took for granted, a reality that slipped away like grains of sand, leaving me swirling in chaos between what was and what will never be. In moments of bliss, we lie unaware. Innocence can be a veil, shrouding reality, coloring the intangible boundaries of fate. If only I had known that choice. If only I had listened. Yet now, as specters of our past dance in the recesses of my mind, I remain tethered to that light, seeking a way to bridge the distance between memories lost and the warmth they once cradled. I drift in and out of those haunting memories, sifting through the fragments of who I once was. But there, among it all, nestled within the chaos, I find it. The object, encased in shadows of my past, glimmers like a secret in the dark. A small locket, simple yet profound in its meaning, lies hidden within the ruins of my childhood. I can almost feel its cool metal against my fingers, the familiar sensation igniting a warmth in my heart, pulling me closer. The locket was a gift, a promise of friendship. Lily had presented it to me on my birthday, her face lighting up with pure joy as she fastened it around my neck, her fingers brushing softly against my skin. "This is our secret, Rosie," she had said, her sparkling eyes brimming with enthusiasm. "Whenever you wear this, remember I'll always be with you." It was more than just a piece of jewelry. It held our dreams, our whispers, and laughter, a symbol of our bond that wrapped us in love and trust. But now it eludes me, a specter of innocence lost, hidden beneath layers of anguish. That day, the locket, which should have been a vessel of joy, was lost amidst the chaos as fate unraveled before our eyes. I remember the flurry of movement, the tumultuous roar of nature clawing through the ground, the piercing screams that tore at the very air we breathed. Amidst the falling earth and suffocating mass of mud, I had felt the cold metal slip from my neck. In that moment, I had lost a part of myself, a tether to the light, innocence, and memories woven through our laughter. As I traverse this liminal space, the locket becomes a thread woven through time, linking my past with my present, my innocence with the eternal whispers of love. I can see it now in my mind's eye, engraved with delicate patterns that glimmered under the sun, holding within it something precious. I shudder at the thought of what was once cherished, now buried under sorrow, a forgotten memory shadowed by despair. Images flicker as my consciousness wanders like a candle flickering in the wind. The earthy scent of rain-laden soil today is laced with the sweetness of summer. The rays peeling away the clouds, loosening my heart to the memory, allow it to unfold with clarity. In those vivid moments before it all slipped away, I see Lily beside me, glancing up at the sky, our innocent laughter echoing like wind chimes. We were just children, exploring the boundaries of our worlds, untouched, unbroken. "Rosie, look," she had exclaimed, while pointing to a butterfly weaving through the air. The wings flitted delicately, colors dancing like sunlight, the embodiment of joy and freedom. "It's so beautiful," we had marveled, forgetting about the ominous clouds gathering above. At that moment, nothing else mattered. We were alive, bountiful with dreams and laughter. Yet, as the dark clouds unleashed their fury, a fleeting glance turned foreboding. Chaos erupted, sealing our fates. The sensation of looking for something lost, longing to reach back and save what had vanished, wraps around me now. My heart aches, tethered to a locket, not just a shape of metal, but a prism of memories, love, and laughter. What was once innocent treasure became anchoring sorrow, entangled with the remnants of my childhood. It was a promise made over laughter, something that had meant the world in ways I couldn't understand then. It felt like magic, shimmering in the glint of sunlight, vibrant among the pastel colors of our youth. As I drift through these memories, the world slowly untangles itself around me. The locket becomes an anchor, the connection in this chasm, the lifeline that hitches memories lost with the buoyancy of love. It whispers secrets in the solitude, each pulse drawing me closer to what once was, urging me toward release. But where is it now? I feel the urgency welling up inside me, igniting my spirit to search for it. The locket has a story to tell, and I need to hear it to help bridge the quiet between what was and what could have been. And then a powerful pull, a distant echo wrapped in soft tenderness, a calling from beyond the veil. I see it, the locket, half buried in dark soil, in what was once my playground, now a graveyard of childhood joy. I grasp at the air, feeling the textures of those fleeting memories and unfulfilled promises. I reach out, the sensation electrifying through me, urging me to stand against the shadows. As I hover closer, a warmth spreads through me, a lightness as I grasp at the strands of what was once mine, hoping to weave together the silence with a shimmering golden thread. I can feel it. I can almost see the locket, faintly illuminated, dancing beneath the grime, glowing softly like a firefly in the dark. My essence wells up from the depths, pulling me onward, through the anguish of loss, through the waters of sorrow lost, closer to the embodiment of love. I dive deep into the ground, merging with the earth until I see the familiar glint, struggling to break free from its dark prison. I grasp the locket firmly in my heart, feeling its gentle warmth against my spirit, a connection that feels alive, anchoring me once more. I can feel Lily with me now, her laughter echoing, reminding me of the bond we built, simple yet profound, untainted by the chaos that followed. It lives within me, a flicker of flame kept alive through the darkest nights, sparked anew with the zeal of remembering. As I clutch the locket tightly, a rush of clarity washes over me, merging the echoes from the past. The truth of our connection holds fast, and I begin to sense the weight of my memories lifting. I whisper softly into the ether, "I remember, and I love you," as I finally grasp the liberation I seek, not just for myself, but for all. It is time to release the sorrow holding me captive. It is time to allow the light to reclaim me. The locket holds our truths, our bonds of friendship, a silent promise that echoes across time. It is my heart and my home, a celebration woven in love, and in that love, I find peace, hope, and the strength to move forward into the vastness that awaits beyond the shadows. In that moment, the world around me transforms, as if the heaviest clouds have finally parted, casting the warmest light upon my spirit. The locket, nestled in the remnants of my childhood, pulses with a gentle rhythm, a soothing beat that resonates with echoes of laughter trapped in time. I clutch it closer, feeling its weight, a piece of who I was, an intimate token of love that transcends the boundaries of life and death. It is time to say farewell, not to my past, nor to the bonds forged in innocence, but to the lingering shadows that tethered me to sorrow. I inhale deeply, the scent of rain mixing with the sweetness of earth, a fragrant reminder of all that has been and all that can still be. It washes over me like an embrace, igniting a fire within my spirit that has long lain dormant. The warmth spreads outwards, prickling my skin and filling me with a sense of purpose I thought I had lost. I focus on the very essence of who I am, Rosie, daughter, friend, dreamer, alive with colors too vibrant to fade. No longer bound by the weight of grief, I strive to navigate this tumultuous realm, preparing to send my love back into the care of those left behind. Each heartbeat reverberates with memories tinged with joy, days spent laughing and exploring, secrets whispered in the corners of our lives, the tender embrace of friendship that feel like home. Goodbye, I whisper softly into the air. The word flutters like a butterfly, light and sincere, an homage to the life I loved and the souls that accompanied me on my journey. I glimpse the faces of my friends before me, each etched in soft light. Sam, Lily, the joyful chorus of our shared lives. Their laughter still echoes, threading its way through the shadows like ribbons of sunlight breaking free from overcast skies. Thank you for being a part of my story, I continue, the warmth rising in my chest until it spills over like radiance. Thank you for teaching me love, laughter, and the beauty of simply being. I carry you with me always. The essence of my spirit swells as I release the sorrow that had clung to me like shadows, transforming every genuine word spoken into a cascade of light. The locket, my heart, becomes a conduit, channeling my love into the ether, spiraling outwards to touch the lives of those I hold dear. It envelops me in warmth, sending shimmers of joy cascading through the void, intertwining my essence with the fabric of their hearts. In that holy moment, I realize that love is never lost. It simply transforms, echoing across time and space, growing deeper and richer as it intertwines with memories. I sense the shadows receding, no longer whispering doubts or fears. They dissipate like mist as beams of light cut through the darkness, illuminating the consciousness that embraces both existence and oblivion. With each breath drawn, I feel the world shift beneath my feet, softening into a place paved with love unfurling like petals in spring. I merge with those cherished memories, letting them guide me. This isn't an end, it's a glorious continuation and an opportunity to be reborn. As the warmth envelops me, I close my eyes, and before me, the images of the life I once lived spill forth, the playground, the laughter spilling like sunlight, every precious moment crystallizing in clarity. I dive into it, savoring the warmth of shared conversations, the innocent joy of friendly teasing. I relish the warmth of my friends, their faces beaming with happiness, each shared glance lingering like an echo of joy. "Rosie!" A voice breaks through the ether, crystal clear, familiar, and thick with emotion. I look up, and there stands Lily, illuminated by a soft glow, her smile radiant and welcoming. The laughter, the love, sparkles around her like fireflies caught in twilight, a brilliant testament to the bonds we forged. "My dear friend," she whispers, the very air humming with joy. "You will always be a part of my heart. We danced in the light once, and we will dance again." A sudden rush of warmth courses through me, igniting every fiber of my being. I smile softly, gathering the glowing memories and presenting them to her as if offering a bouquet woven from the dreams of our youth. "We will find our way back, Lily, always." The energy builds, spiraling through the locket, pulling me into a joyous whirlwind, memories blending into a vibrant tapestry. The laughter, the tears, the challenges faced together, all blending into a single radiant heartbeat. Each pulse sends vibrations through the fabric of existence, melding our spirits together in a dance of resilience and unity. It is a dance in the light, a rhythm of love and laughter transcending the realms, bringing healing to once broken places. With every beat, I can feel the laughter of my friends flowing into me, igniting my spirit. It is a promise of always, a realization that these bonds forged in innocence endure, transcending beyond the limitations of time. And as I close my eyes, surrendering fully to the embrace of this warmth, I feel a gentle tug, a reminder that this is not truly goodbye, only a shift. I become one with love, the laughter, the shared innocence, and the tears. In this sacred space, I find comfort in knowing our stories will continue to intertwine across the cosmos, crafting echoes through time, whispering, "I love you," for as long as the sun rises and sets. With a heart now whole, I release my grip on the locket. It hovers before me, a shimmering beacon of connection. And slowly, gracefully, the locket begins to ascend. The golden light bursts free, illuminating my surroundings in a celestial glow, each flicker igniting the memories blooming in the hearts of those I cherished. And just like that, I am free. As I float into the embrace of radiant light, I am transformed. The dance of release and rebirth unfolds, a celebration of love eternal. I glide through the vastness of existence, knowing that I have moved forward into the promise of what lies ahead. I shall carry with me the memory of laughter, the sweetness of friendship, and the truths that warm my spirit. In this embrace of light, the shadows fade, and the laughter rings clear, echoing onward into eternity. Time becomes fluid. It bends and twists, swirling into an expanse of sensations beyond the corporeal chains that once bound me. I float through an ethereal limbo, my awareness drifting like the gentle waves of a serene ocean, washing over the memories that define my existence. There is no past or future here, just the delicate dance between moments, where the echoes of my life ripple outward like stones cast into still water. I see flashes of color, vivid, swirling images of laughter, light, and life. One moment pulls into focus. The sight of Sam's jubilant face as he races into the park, his laughter ringing like bells in the air. The sun kisses the ground, painting everything in golden hues as we chase shadows, weaving through trees, feeling limitless, as if we could touch the sky. The warmth reminds me of home, of belonging, a precious comfort that wraps around me, yet feels oh so distant. Then, silence. I am yanked from the joy of those days. Darkness envelops me, clinging like cobwebs. A heavy stillness fills my surroundings, and my heart quickens, yearning for the laughter that had painted my days. My essence drifts further, away from the warmth of those cherished memories, while the weight of time presses against me like a tide. The expansive void holds a different kind of beauty, yet it feels steeped in a profound melancholy, a longing, interwoven with the love that once thrived among my friends. I hover somewhere between existence and oblivion, feeling lost yet strangely timeless, and I hear a whisper, an echo from the other side. It strokes my thoughts, like a gentle caress against the wind, a voice so familiar yet intangible. "Rosie," it calls, soft and melodic, sending tremors through my essence. "Lily?" I reach into the shroud of darkness, desperately grasping for her warmth, but the sensation slips like sand through my fingers. My thoughts spiral as I grasp at threads of familiarity, scents, colors, sounds. I inhale the fragrance of summer, the sun-warmed grass, moments woven together through laughter, the echoes of which shimmer just out of reach. I witness the landscapes of my past emerge and dissolve as I try to capture them. They swirl into existence like mirages, inviting yet elusive. The chaos of my final moments brushes against me, weaving in and out of clarity. I remember the laughter turning into screams, the shouts muted into the suffocating roar, as if the world around me drew in one last breath before exhaling chaos. The warmth of innocence dwindled, while the darkness enveloped us, drowning our laughter beneath the weight of our unfulfilled dreams. I feel it all, the joy, the heartbreak, the transient moments that shaped me into who I was and who I could have been. I yearn to break through the barriers that separate the warmth of memory from the chilling shadows still clinging to the periphery of my consciousness. And so I drift, embracing the stillness, the timelessness. I relish the way my spirit moves through memories, a phantom gliding softly on the current of love and loss. Here, in this place, I can gather the fragments of my spirit and weave them into a new tapestry, one that acknowledges the beauty of life alongside the sorrow that comes with it. I continue to float, entranced. Each flicker of memory connects to another, a dialogue of souls, an exchange of glimmering light. I can almost hear Sam's laughter again, ringing clear like the chime of a distant bell. When I concentrate, pieces of the past reveal themselves anew. Snippets of conversations shared with friends on long summer nights, the silly secrets whispered in hushed tones, and the quiet comfort of breaths shared beneath the stars. All are woven into an intricate pattern of growth, of understanding, of forgiveness. And as I flow deeper into this tapestry, an overwhelming realization dawns upon me. I do not exist in isolation. I am but a thread woven amongst many others. The lives we touched, the heartbeats synchronized in joyous harmony, these moments form a legacy, a celebration of our collective existence. Each of us matters. Each laugh, each tear reflects the essence of the other, creating ripples in the fabric of eternity. In the stillness of this limbo, I come to understand that to be remembered is to truly live. Those who loved me and cherished every moment shaped my story. I see their faces glowing warmly against the backdrop of my past, the laughter still alive in their hearts. I am not alone in this. They carry my spirit with them. The realization fills me with a peace that washes over me like waves breaking on a shore. I gather the light that pulses within me amid the swirl of emotions, merging with threads of love spun in the hearts of my friends and family. I let go of the heaviness of my lingering regrets, cradling the warmth of cherished memories as I turn towards the light beyond. I know then that love transcends all. It binds us together, defying the shadows that whisper in the dark. As I look out into the vastness that surrounds me, a luminous glow beckons me forward. I stretch out, taking in the expansive universe, a canvas waiting to embrace my essence. In this cosmic embrace, I release the forward motion of my spirit. I am ready to transcend, ready to step beyond this liminal space into the light where laughter thrives alongside love. And I feel the shift begin, the echoes of my past ringing in harmony, drawing me towards the warmth of that welcoming glow. I am growing lighter, rising, gliding towards the brightness. It is a calling that feels like home, a promise to dance again in the light. With every heartbeat, I am more aware of the joy surrounding me, gently reminding me that life continues, evolving even in absence. Just as the sun breaks dawn each day, so too does love rise, promising warmth and light. With that understanding, I surrender fully to the embrace of the luminous glow before me. And just like that, I am ready to embrace what lies ahead. A rebirth shaped by laughter and infused with love, transcending even the shrouds of time and loss. In the radiant glow that beckons me, I can feel the laughter and tears of my loved ones intertwining, wrapping around me like a warm embrace. It is a tapestry of love, stitched together by our shared memories, woven deep into the very essence of my being. With each heartbeat resonates like a drum, propelling me forward into the brilliance ahead. I am ready to emerge, to step out of the shadows and into the light. With each pulse, I drift higher, the luminous glow pulling me towards a place I can almost grasp. I sense echoes of conversations bubbling beneath the surface, whispers of love threaded with hopes and dreams, an orchestra of nurturing souls forever imprinted in my heart. They echo back at me, reminding me of where I've come from. And then, suddenly, there are hands. Strong, loving hands that feel familiar, guiding me as though they've been waiting for this moment. I feel their warmth spread through me, igniting every fiber of what I am. I want to stay here, to float in this blissful warmth forever, but there's a gentle nudge, the calling of something more. I see a figure approaching, illuminated in the soft light. As they draw closer, I recognize the features, that familiar smile gracing their face. It's Lily, her eyes sparkling with joy as she reaches out toward me. "Rosie!" she exclaims, glee bursting in her voice, as if we were just separated for a moment, not worlds apart. "Lily!" I can barely whisper, my heart swelling with emotion. The distance of our past fades away, overshadowed by the brightness that surrounds us. She pulls me into a warm embrace, and in that touch, I feel myself dissolve into the essence of who we once were. Memories flood back, hikes through sun-drenched forests, secret conversations under starlit skies, our laughter ringing through the night air. The sweetness of childhood blooms anew as we spin together, our gray days washed away, replaced by brilliant colors unfurling like petals at dawn. "I missed you," she breathes, her smile radiant. "I missed you too," I reply, every word heavy with the love I had carried with me through the shadows. The memories blend, forming angles and nuances that shift and shimmer like reflections on water. "Look around," Lily says, gesturing to the space swirling with light. As I take in my surroundings, I begin to see others appearing. Their faces shine with recognition, friends, family, souls whose lives we once touched. They flow toward us, gliding on waves of joy, each arrival punctuated by laughter, stories intertwining, illuminating the past with warmth. It is as if time has no meaning here. I see moments we once shared replaying before my eyes, running through grass fields, splashes of summer water fights, even our whispered fears shared beneath covers on stormy nights. As they arrive, I reach out, pulling them into this embrace, each connection sparking joy. In the heart of this luminous gathering, I realize this is the unbreakable chain of love that binds us all. No matter how far I traveled or how deep I delved into darkness, this connection never faltered. Their presence echoes with whispers of unity, memories shouting of lives once entangled, proof that I was never truly alone. As the last of the vibrant souls settle amongst us, I feel the fabric of my existence weave tighter with every shared laugh, every shared glance. We are linked in a way that transcends all comprehension, filling me with an overwhelming warmth, the essence of our shared humanity. In this exquisite harmony, I recognize why I had to journey through the haze of my past to arrive here. The love, struggles, laughter, and losses all were pieces of a grander design. Each moment had its purpose. Each brush with sorrow turned into fuel for joy. As we join hands, forming a circle of radiant connection, my heart sings with profound clarity. The battles endured, the joy shared were not in vain. They crafted this moment, this beautiful reunion beyond the boundaries of life and death. As we dance, the world around us glimmers with possibility. I close my eyes, letting the warmth wash over me, feeling boundless gratitude for everyone in this sacred circle. "Thank you," I whisper softly, knowing my words carry love beyond what my voice can express. In this moment of pure unity, I understand the profound truth. We are all part of the same infinite tapestry. We do not fade into oblivion. Instead, we live on through all we have loved and all who love us in return. And as the laughter rings out, I hear my heart respond, a symphony of love, hope, and unyielding connection. For I am not just Rosie anymore. I am a piece of this vast, vibrant world, a thread that will forever shimmer in the eternities of existence, crafting echoes of love that will always remain.